We will not get pure petrol anymore. It will be mixed with 20% ethanol. This is the new decision of the central government. Why government is taking such a decision? What is their benefit? Will these kind of petrol cause any damage to our vehicles or can we use this in our vehicles? And what about the mileage? Will it go up or down? Today we will be talking about E20 Petrol, which everyone must know. Please consider subscribing our channel if you're new to our family. Let's go straight into the video. Ethanol blend petrol is something we get if we mix ethanol with petrol. Now, what is this ethanol? Ethanol is ethyl alcohol, the same ethanol which is contained in the liquor. This is actually a colorless burning liquid. This is not a fossil fuel but a biofuel. As you already know, fossil fuels are something formed over a long period of time under earth. It will be finished with its usage and it will be formed again only after ages. But on the other hand, biofuel is renewable and it can be made whenever it's needed. Now, when we take sugarcane, corn, or wheat through a process called fermentation, we will get ethanol. In simpler terms, ethanol can be formed by fermentation. The government executed a plan with the aim to slim down the net carbon emission to zero by 2070. As a part of this plan, the petrol we are using for a period now is E10 Petrol. That means it's not pure petrol. It contains 10% ethanol. Vehicles launched in India since 2008 are compatible with E10 petrol. If we take the 2022 supply year into consideration, 440 crore liters of ethanol was blended in petrol to make E10 petrol. E10 petrol contains 10% ethanol and 90% petrol. And in 2023, this stat is going up. Government's plan is to rise this number to 540 crore liters by the end of 2023 supply year. That means to use such an enormous amount of ethanol means we are substituting petrol for ethanol. Even then, we don't need to import this many crores of petrol. Ethanol produced in India itself is being mixed with this petrol. If E10 petrol turns out to be a success, government's plan was to launch E20 petrol in India by 2030. Central Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has repeated the same for many times as well. But E10 petrol made profits exceeding the expectations of the central government. So the government came to a decision to launch E20 petrol as soon as possible. But as per many reports, E20 petrol is expected to be launched by next month. But what does the government actually mean by launching E20 petrol? Indian government plans to bring down the net carbon emission to zero by 2070. Their ultimate goal is to march towards it quickly. Much fewer greenhouse gases such as carbon are required to make ethanol mixed petrol in comparison with pure petrol. So, India can reach their goal very easily. The economy is another important factor. India stands third among the top oil importing countries. India spends a huge amount to import oil every year. India's oil import for the financial year 2021-22 is 119.2 billion US dollars. That is a whopping 100% jump compared to the previous year. It is increasing year by year. We are paying money and importing oil from other countries. Hence, obviously, they will become rich as we are paying them. And the carbon emission in India will increase largely. But if we mix 20% ethanol, India can cut down 20% of the petrol import. The government expects to save 50,000 crore rupees every year in foreign exchange by this method. Another important matter is India already stands fifth among the world's top ethanol producing countries. We are producing a substantial amount of ethanol every year. Moreover, I already told you how to make ethanol by fermentation. Wheat, sugarcane, and corn can be used for that process. These items can only be made by farming. The government estimates that farmers will benefit from this method and producing ethanol abundantly will open doors for employment. We can confirm that if 20% petrol import is reduced, the same amount should be made in India as ethanol. So that will be profitable for the common citizens as well as farmers. All these were the positive sides of this. These good factors are told by every government when they come up with such a new plan. But all we need to know is how this will affect our vehicles. Or in layman's language, that's the basic thing. The government appointed an expert panel to know how E20 petrol will work in Indian vehicles. The report from that panel suggests that usage of E20 petrol will reduce the emission of greenhouse gases or carbon, but the mileage will be same like other kind of petrols. Vehicles will not suffer any problems. And they say that engines or other part of the vehicle will not have any problem. But it's not the same with every report. The research reports of Automotive Research Association of India, Indian Oil Corporation, and Indian Institute of Petroleum during the period 2014-15 says a different opinion. In the case of mileage, there might be a 6% decrease as per this report. This report came out in 2014-2015. Along with mileage, it also pointed out a positive thing that there will not be any difference in the travel comfort or engine start or all that jazz. Keeping these reports aside, scientifically we all know that ethanol likes water pretty much. That means ethanol has an ability to absorb water. In E10 petrol, that is what we are using nowadays. What will happen when a drop of water falls in it? Will not be able to use that petrol. It will not float on the top of it. Instead, it will get mixed up immediately. Now, when we take E20 petrol, it will be more than this since it consists of 20% ethanol and 80% gasoline. The government's plan is to increase this 10% ethanol to 20%. Due to this drawback, the vehicle tank and engine are more prone to rust. But some of the vehicles in India are made in such a way that E20 petrol can be used in it. But it's only a very few in number. But it has a special metallic coating, especially in the tank and engine parts. So those vehicles will work in a way that is compatible with E20 petrol. Engine failures and many other problems will not be there in these vehicles. But the majority of the vehicles in the market are not made compatible with E20 petrol. In order to make it compatible with E20 petrol, engine parts like pistons, cylinder heads, injectors, etc. need to be provided with an extra metallic coating. Transformed vehicles with these changes will have a comparatively high price in the market. There are many reports supporting the same. Some figures indicates that if it's two-wheeler, the rise will be 2000 to 5000 rupees, and for four-wheelers up to 15,000 rupees should be given extra. After all hearing this, many of you might have a doubt that when we fill E20 petrol in our vehicles, will there be any problem to the engine or will it rust? Currently, we use E10 petrol. So I think currently there haven't been any major issues. In E20, the ethanol concentration is twice. So we have to see how it will affect us. But it would be better for compatible vehicles. But we don't have to worry much about it. Several news pops up about the first stage of implementation of E20 petrol in 50 cities including Bangalore. Still, in this situation, I think that India is getting a profit also. The carbon emission decrease, which is certainly good for nature. Still, only when E20 is compatible and better functioning vehicles comes into the market on a large scale, after the government rule and all, it would be better to introduce E20 petrol. Now, many of you might have different opinions on this. So don't mind to comment your opinions below. Let's see what people think on this. Anyway, let's have a detailed discussion when more information about E20 is out. I hope you like this video. I believe that you have got some information. If so, please share this video with your friends. Please do like this video. Let's meet again with another important topic. Bye.